run again.
Good morning. It is a foggy one after some unexpected rain last night. I mean, we would have stayed at a shelter like a mile back if we had known. It's okay. Look, this tent is drying off already.
Yeah, we're going to try to aim for a deli where we could eat really good food. We decided actually to not restock on our food for this next stretch because we need to really get some miles in. This deli is really helping out. Will this be the start of deli hopping? I don't know.
That'd be
Hopefully.
cool. Yeah, this one's got a nice little backyard we can camp in. It's got a spigot and some outlets on the outside of the buildings. Just set up our camp back there and just enjoy the night. We've hiked about 0.1 or 0.2 for the day, and I think this is supposed to be a viewpoint, but not today. We are engulfed in fog. You can see a little bit of the tree line over there. The sun is just trying to come out. Oh well, hopefully a little bit later in the day we'll get some cool views. This is pretty awesome. We're walking along this huge lake here called Nuclear Lake. On far out, the description says it used to have a plutonium research facility on the border of this lake. And in 1972, they had a big explosion and had to shut it all down. They had to deem it all safe before they routed the AT around this thing in the late 70s. But they still say, don't drink the water here. We'll make sure we go up a nice mountain before we fill up from the streams. Wow, check it out. Really big lake. Like a mirror. Very peaceful out here right now. Can't hear anything but the wildlife around. So many little cutouts to this lake. Oh, that's cool. Who's stuck out on an island now? I'm not coming to the rescue.
Looking for salamanders here, but I don't see any. So it's a little confusing. I haven't seen anything yet, any animals. Just a few flies. We were just walking the old AT for a while because we saw that it had this really cool view. There is a fence here. It says no fires. We're just gonna come here, have some lunch maybe, drink some coffee, and enjoy the view. The first really good view we've seen for a while.
And that is two bald eagles flying over the lake. Every time they do a turn, you can see the white shimmering. Very cool. Hoping they come a little closer to us. Beautiful day, beautiful spot. Getting the PB&Js in. We're gonna get some lunch meat sandwiches in a second. I just made some coffee.
Also, while we've been eating here, there was this guy that walked by and he was like, have you seen any bears? And we were like, no. Well, there's usually one big, huge male bear that walks by who is not afraid of humans.
He said it walks right down that trail over there where we came from to come over here.
We're gonna be watching out for that now.
And he's not stealing my food.
We're gonna eat
mine.
fast.
I'm fending him off. Just popped out to another one of these little power line sections. Swamp out there. Reflection of the power lines just kind of goes into itself. Really cool spot right here next to some houses. These huge bouldery cliffs. There's a little wall, stone wall, and it went up into the middle of those rocks. Another stone wall across, like something was kind of built into this rock face anciently ago. So we've been hearing for a little bit from other hikers that once you enter New York, New Jersey, PA, it's kind of going through a little bit of a drought and it's hard to find water. There's been these water caches. Somebody, I don't know who, comes out and leaves big gallons of water out here for hikers, but these are officially donezo. Luckily, we've got some water still, and we're gonna fill up from some streams in a second.
Yeah, we're going to a shelter which should have some good water in about 1.2 miles.
Sweet. Heading up this trail, and you can see the sun shining with the shelter right behind it. We're gonna stop for just a second, hit the bathroom, but keep rushing on so we can get to this deli. We are deli hopping. We want some food, we're hungry. We just carried on from the shelter, just a tiny bit into our trek again, and popping out to this amazing first view of the day. It was all fogged in this morning with the one viewpoint we got to. So cool here at sunset, we get a final view.
What's amazing is that the sun is still shining bright and we can feel the warmth as we stand on these ledges.
Yeah, look at the sun rays popping down there. You guys see all those crows? They're all over the place, but they were actually just right here where we were standing in the trees. As we popped up, they all flew out as a big flock. Pretty awesome now that it's late in the fall. We can actually see through all the trees. The little sunsets like that where we don't have to pop out to any cool views. What a gorgeous sunset it was with all the colors. We got about 1.5 now to get down to the deli, or we'll get some munch and get some sleep behind it.
So we were at a shelter earlier and we tried getting water, but the pump wasn't working, so we didn't get any water there. And we haven't really refilled from these other streams because they've been small, and we're trying to avoid that weird taste in the water. So, but yeah, so we've been walking down, and guess what we see? An entire water cache. That's crazy.
Yeah, those jugs that were back there, they were all empty, and we were like, oh man, but this worked for us, 2 little bottles.
This is where we are. They're sitting right there. This one was unopened, so we drank it. And now we're gonna pack it out.
We're gonna take them with us.
Check out this really cool grassy field. It reminds me of like a habitat of wild horses or something, I don't know. But it's really cool to see. And the sky is still beautiful colors. It is day 122. We just packed up all of our things from an awesome lawn at the Deli Pizzeria, where we got some awesome breakfast sandwiches and a coffee. We are leftover pizza, so we are really set to go. And the people, the owners here are amazing. I would definitely recommend to come out here.
The pizza was so good. We've only had a couple full pizzas on trail. I think one we pre-made. This was definitely the best pizza that I tasted in quite a while. It was nuts. New York
pizza.
And then the sandwiches we got in our bags right now, we're gonna eat them midday. We are good to go. Sun is shining.
Walking a bit, we have this open lawn area here, a little farmhouse. It's just a really nice spot surrounded by all the woods here. Very cool plants that we've been seeing everywhere. Looks like little furries of snow. When you brush this along them, the little white parts all come out, kind of like those wishing ones that we have. Can I make a huge wish here?
Stick to us too.
Coming out of the AT or hitting this cool road. I see white blazes that way, heading down and head straight to Shenandoah Mountain. Hopefully we have some really cool views from the mountaintop. Very cool bridge, but right next to it we have this flowing stream. You can see it's actually a raging waterfall coming out of a really cool tunnel. You can see the tunnel more clearly now. Looks like people spray painted. Can't really check it out because we have a baby shower to make. New York! Hey. We see this crazy building. We're wondering, what is this? We come and we check it out. Wow.
Lounge chair.
Picnic tables. And our minds explode. Look at this spot.
Legit bunk beds. Amazing table inventions. An amazing secret chamber up there that somebody unfortunately already learned the hard lessons.
We have recycling here. We have a hiker box. We have a trash can. Literally everything a hiker could want is right here.
First we've ever seen on trails for a lot of things. Trash cans.
I know. Apparently volunteers come and take it out and everything's so clean in here.
We have bulletin boards in here.
You could read the day away. But we still have so many miles to push to make it to the train station. We cannot stay.
So tempting.
So we are officially in New York, 26 miles away from the Connecticut border at this point. We have gone 760 miles so far, about 1424 now left for Springer.
Why does it look so big?
What we did times 2. Very cool.
Currently going up a pretty steep hill of the day to the top of Shenandoah Mountain. Gorgeous colors in these trees, and you can see up there is where we're heading. Big cliffs.
Stopping at the Shenandoah tent site to have a quick lunch. And it's super delicious lunch actually. We packed out a 2-egg bacon and cheese sandwich from the pizzeria and the deli. For this tenting spot is perfect. We have picnic tables, some chairs, with a privy next to us, just in case things come out faster than expected. We weren't playing around when we said we had delicious sandwiches packed out. Look at this, it's huge. This place is amazing.
$5.99, it's delicious.
Extra cheese. It's tea time. Oh yeah. Our lunches every single day have been extraordinary. We call this our picnic time. We are approaching the long-awaited Shenandoah Mountain Summit. And check this out. Wow, we get a 360 view. Lots of the leaves have left the trees now. See a tower in the distance. And is that a cool painting?
I am assuming we can probably see the city from here. In memory of September 11th.
Wow, very cool. It's a huge painting too. It's like the length of a human. So we think the city is around here somewhere.
Behind that mountain, actually.
Very cool.
This little section we're walking right now is just filled of these stone walls. It's just stone wall after stone wall. Look at the ones all the way back there. All the way out in front of us on these sides, just surrounded by them. Wonder what these ruins were, if they were border lines for some properties. We've been seeing this for a long time in the last weeks along the trail.
Seeing the stone walls on Vermont.
Yeah.
In Vermont.
A lot of history to this trail.
It's not often that signs make us laugh. If you're looking for the FWP snowshoe trail, you have passed it. Go back and follow the white markers. There's more signs over here. Snowshoe trail. The snowshoe trail.
They really want you to know.
The snowshoe trail.
Snowshoe trail. Snowshoe trail.
And more over here.
A lot of people must have missed this.
After all those signs, we went the wrong way. We went the snowshoe trail.
So confusing though, it's pretty funny. This is why we went that way. Appalachian Trail, through hiker camping. That way, snowshoe trail that way. Although you can see the white dots.
So we ignored the white blazes and we saw camping and we just went blue blaze.
Oh well.
Alright, back on track.
Ah, side trail.
Ooh, looks like a little viewpoint.
Wow. Trees.
He is correct. There's a whole bunch of trees. You see little bits of color, but mostly bare trees.
Wow, this is looking really cool here. Coming down to a little viewpoint again. I do believe this was where that blue blaze, when we got a little off trail, was gonna head down to there. A little concession stand in the backwoods back there, but look at that beach. Absolutely amazing beach. Definitely see some kayaks and boats. Looks like you can either rent and take out onto this huge lake. Look how far back that thing goes. That blue blaze would have been quite off the trail to go out there and come back. Pretty amazing spot. Great view. Some water flowing under all these rocks. Big rock slide with tons of trees on top of the rock slide too. Something happened here.
We're now walking next to this beautiful lake that we were seeing from the cliff edges. And I think we might be turning right soon.
Is that a white blaze? That's a white blaze.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have another first. This is a phone on the trail. What's going on here?
Telephone of the wind. This telephone of the wind is for all who grieve. You are welcome to find solace here. Use it to connect with those you have lost and feel comfort in their memory. May you hear their voices in the wind. May you be at peace with your loss.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Never heard about anything like this before. Well, we could take a moment here to think about everyone who we lost so far. We have been trekking along this built-up road made from stone. You guys can see on both sides. It's been really, really cool, really rocky, but it really makes me think how long it took for someone to build this. It's really incredible.
I feel like I'm up on a castle.
It's like an oval shape.
Kept it nice and level for us.
This feels good on the feet. We have a 5K left to our tent site.
If you look back, you can see the sun go up.
We made it to our tent site this evening, and I am starting dinner. While Mike is relaxing, getting warm in his sleeping bag. Nice little spa towel. Is it nice and hot?
Oh yeah. It is freezing out right now. It is so toasty in here.
And with that, guys, we're gonna call it a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Welcome to day 123. We are going up this hill right now. It's extremely steep, if you could tell, with wet rocks and leaves. So that's our morning as of right now. It was raining all last night, and that's why everything's soaked. We actually do have a river ford today, at about 0.9. Some people say it's a ford after it rains. Other people say it's rock hoppable. So when we get there, we will see. But it's pretty cold today still. We have all of our layers on. So hopefully we don't have to ford the river because it will just be so cold. This is the river that people say that we might have to ford. If we walk more over here, there are some hoppable rocks. Yeah, look at this. This is perfect. Right above the waterfall. Now these rocks all here laid out. Not too sure when this was put up because some people did have to ford it. The rocks move just a bit, but it's pretty sturdy overall. We haven't experienced too much rain recently, which could be why the water level is still pretty low, even though it did rain a good amount last night.
Such a hard crossing. Put this thing away.
And we made it to the pump house. We are really hoping that there was water here, but I just finished checking. The spigot is turned off. Darn! We really wanted some water. Ooh, a fuel canister? Probably empty. Yeah.
Some beautiful flowing water here. Looks pretty clean. Gonna go fill up And we're gonna sit down right over here and have some lunch on these rocks. And it was actually really good. Didn't have that leaf taste. You can see all these leaves though. So this is pretty cool. We've got some ruins here. Inoculation station. Back in 1776, George Washington had to order his army to all get inoculated. It was like COVID back in the day for smallpox. Well, to get a nice vaccine, this was a farmhouse that they used as an inoculation station.
We arrived at tree-covered Canopus Hill. As you can see, there's no really distinct view anywhere. Kind of stone seat here. Lounge chair, perhaps. We have to keep on trekking. We want to get to a train. The sun wants to set, but hopefully it goes extra slow today. Look at who is greeting me. So cool, next to a pond with a really cool wooden bench in the background. I really like the design. Surprisingly enough, it's in the middle of an intersection. So random. Looks like it's the start of a neighborhood. So you can tell, neighborhood watch. It's watching me enjoy this fella. Since we left the road, we have been hiking alongside this cliffs and cliffs of loose rock. Lucky for us, this spot is not a PUD. Beautiful orange. Very cool. We have about 2.5 miles to get to the road that we want to hitch at. We ended up passing the summit for our Denny Hill.
We are scurrying along this path when we look up this hill. Beautiful little shack. You can see it's got a nice glass window on it, a little chair next to it. It's the size of a privy, but I doubt there'd be a privy that nice.
You also have a tick on you.
And she says I also have a tick on me. I cannot get it to focus. Oh, there he is. That is officially a tick. First one of the day. Wow.
We have been trail running for the past 1.1 miles, so that way we can have a decent chance to hitch to the train station. Wow, there's a little bit of daylight. I just wanted to show you guys this section. It's so overgrown. So once we get to the train, I want to do another tick track because this is pretty crazy. As you guys could see, the ticks are out. So we're constantly doing the tracks. It feels good to run again, but there's boards, log boards here now, so I gotta stop. Woo.
Check it out. We made it. Beautiful view over the water. We made it with like 4 minutes to spare. We came out, we were booking it. And then all of a sudden I threw up my thumb within 2 cars. A guy pulled over, screeching halt. And I'm like, we gotta make it to the train station by 5:20. He's like, we can do it. Hurled our bags into his trunk and got over here. Like I said, 4 minutes to spare, we got our tickets. Did not think we could do it. Lights of New York City.